graphing a system of 3 linear inequalities. This system has x is greater than or equal to 4, y is greater than -5, and 3x plus 5y is less than -10. Okay, to graph something like this, where only one variable is given, it can be helpful to make a little table. And so I'm going to make a little xy table where every value of x is 4. So I'm going to pick a couple of points on this line, if it were x equal to 4. And so let's let y equal 0, and y equal 1, and y equal 2. And so if I wanted to graph this on my graph, I would graph the point 4, 0. So 4, 0 would be right here, and then 4, 1, and then 4, 2. So these are points on the line x equals 4. So this would be the line x equals 4. And so since I want values that are greater than that, I'm going to go to the right, and so I'm going to use the blue to shade those values. So it's values on this side of that line of x equals 4. That would be x is greater than or equal to 4. So let's do the same thing for y is greater than -5. All right, if I made a table for that, I could say that every y value on this table is -5. And so let's pick any x values. So let's just pick 0, 1, and 2. And so points on this line would be 0, -5, 1, -5, and 2, -5. So you can see that my line now goes this way. Because this is greater than, that means that this is actually a dotted line. And so I will make this a dotted line going through these points. Okay, and if you think about which values would be greater than y is -5, it would be above this line. So I'm going to shade those with the pink. So everything above the line would be y greater than -5. Okay, finally, this is my last inequality, and it would be easiest to graph that if I have it solved for y. And so let's do that by adding 3x to both sides, so that I have 5y is less than 3x minus 10, and then divide every term by 5. And simplifying that gives me y is less than 3/5 x minus 10 divided by 5 would be 2. And so now, in order to graph this, I can say, all right, I know that my y-intercept of this line would be at -2, so this point right here. And then I have a slope of 3/5, which means a rise of 3 and a run of 5. So from this point, I rise 3, 1, 2, 3, and run 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so then now I can make this line going through these points. Oh, and actually this should be a dotted line also. So that should be a dotted line because this is less than, so it's not actually equal to that line. And so it says y is less than that, so it's going to be below that line. So I'm going to shade that in red. So everything below this line here. Okay, so the solution to my system is where these 3 shadings overlap with each other. So I'm looking for where the blue and the pink and the red all overlap, and it looks like it's over in this area, so under this line, to the right of this line, and above this line. So I'm going to shade this. This would be your final answer, your solution to your system.